Welcome back to Briggs on Books. 16 years we've been doing this. Can you believe it? Are you about ready to pick your next book? My dad's turning 90. I'm having a birthday party for him in a week, and I'm looking for ways to get him inspired. He's inspired. He's up and around and moves around a lot. But this guy, our next guest, has this idea, embrace your age. And he's been on a couple times to tell us about it. In fact, I have him here right now. Welcome, James Flaherty. We rehearsed it 20 times.
Thank you.
Welcome, James.
Thank you, Mike. By the way, this Sunday, 2 days ago, I was 89.
Okay.
I had my 89th birthday.
Nice.
And I stood up in front of the church and I said, to prove that I have neither humility nor shame,
okay.
I sang a solo in church.
Wow. That's amazing.
I sang, what the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Nice.
Anyway.
So my dad, I can't get my dad to watch the show live because he's got to click the thing and YouTube comes on his TV to watch live, and he just can't figure that out. But he's very alive, and I want him to be inspired by you. He's coming up to 90.
Good.
What should I be telling him?
Well, that every day I want people to embrace every day as a gift. I think, hot damn, I've got another opportunity to see, hear, taste, touch, share, love, speak. I mean, what a miracle is that? You know, rather than be alone or to be depressed or to be gloomy, you can reach out to somebody. You can help somebody. You can make somebody's life better. And then that will make your life better, just simply by making a good move, a good act of following the second commandment, love thy neighbor as thyself.
A lot of us are just trying to get through the day, get our chores done, get our work done so we can make a couple bucks to pay our bills. But you're saying we should be helping others?
Yes, absolutely. One is to do something good for somebody when you absolutely do not expect anything back in return.
Right.
You're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart because you know you're going to make their day better. And they, in turn, when you make somebody's day better, whether it's the lady checking out your groceries or not, they will turn to the next person in their life and smile. So your goodness gets passed on.
It's very contagious.
Yeah.
I have a rule that if I have money in my pocket and someone on the street asks me for money, that I have to give them some money. Not that I have to. I feel it's a biblical thing partly, but they always say, I'll pay you back. And I was don't worry about it. Nobody's ever paid me back, so I'm not worried about it anyway. But
I want a mortgage on your tent.
Yeah, on your tent, that's right. By the way, I'm not going to go into these too much unless you want to, but you have, I think, a fiction book, a novel, Claire, is that right?
Claire? Yes, absolutely. Here's Claire, right here.
We have it on the screen. And here is, I don't know which was your first book, but we also have on the screen now Dear Old Friends.
That was the first nonfiction book I wrote, which was based on a love letter that I had written to all of my old friends, because I always had friends 20 to 50 years older than I. And I wrote the basis for that book when I was age 42. So
Dear Old
then
Friends.
I updated it about 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh, you did update it.
You know.
Tell us, James, what you're working on now.
Well, I've just finished another nonfiction, which I'm very excited about. It's called Loving Longevity, and the subtitle is I'm 89 and have a 10-year plan.
Wow.
And
yeah,
I think it's a good book. It's like Embrace Your Age in that it's not a novel. It's a series of easy to read chapters, straight from the shoulder talk, Jim talking to you, saying, let's talk about that. And and why are you doing that when you could be doing this, and what's good and what's bad, and try to make some judgments in life. And there's so much more interest right now in, quote, longevity. There's opening longevity resorts.
Yeah.
And they're doing all kinds of workshops on longevity. And I'm going to try to start a series of workshops on, if you're loving longevity, talk it over with your old friend Jim, because I feel I can speak from it realistically. I walk the walk and talk the talk. I'm not a 55-year-old telling you how you could live your long life. I'm an 89-year-old
Yep.
who's working every day, and I'm happy as hell, and I do not wake up depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up with a purpose and with a goal, and let's get something done. And besides these books, I have a TV series that I've developed, screenplay. I mean, there's always something going on, But I'm doing much more public speaking these days, Mike.
You are. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Where are you speaking? Can people find out?
Well,
I have your website up on the screen. Is that where they can find out what you're doing and where?
Yeah. The website is geared toward writing. I am working right now on creating a writer's website, a speaker's website, so they know that. But if they contact me, I'll be happy to send them information about my speaking business and what I'm doing. In fact, I just now finished a half an hour before you and I get to talk, a 1 hour show, which is a TV show called Heart and Soul, with a terrific woman, Kim Sorrell in Michigan. So we've been talking for an hour about all these same good things, about living your life,
Yeah, so you did that live this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I just now did it.
Yeah. For our viewers, I'll tell you, James got a hold of me at 7:30 this morning. He says, "Where are you, Mike? We're supposed to be live right now." I said, No, California time. I see now you've got all these things going on.
I know it. That was my stupid. I thought, Jim, how dopey. Mike's in California, but I put down 10:30, which is your time, not mine. But it worked out fine.
I hate to tell you what we're doing at 7:30 a.m. in California. So now,
well, you Californians are.
I had this all typed out with your name on the screen, James Flaherty, and then I went to Amazon and typed your name in, James Flaherty, and all these names came up. I realized you need to put the B in, James B.
Yes,
Flaherty,
James
and it comes right up to,
B. Flaherty. Right.
And it comes right up to all your books on Amazon. And same with the website. Make sure to put the B in there, jamesbflaherty.com.
Yes.
And
Yep.
so when will the next book come out?
Well, the new book?
Yes.
Well, I've finished the first draft, and I've gone through my own line edit. And in going through it, I do something that I tell all writers to do when I'm teaching writing. You must read out loud everything you write, even emails, it doesn't matter. Grocery list, everything, read it out loud. And by reading the book out loud, I thought, I threw out one entire chapter. I thought it was so stupid, I couldn't believe it. And I'm completely rewriting 2 of the other chapters.
That's great.
Because you hear, your eyes will read over something, but when your brain hears it, you go, what?
Yeah.
What am I thinking? So always read out loud.
I'm going to start that.
I'm hoping to get it published. I'm hoping that I could. I was going to try to publish it before the end of the year, but now it may be January or February. It depends on how much time I can put into it right now to get it finished.
I'm going to try to put that principle into place today. I send so many emails, and so many people email me back and say, "I don't know what you're talking about." So just read it out loud before you hit send. That's a great advice.
Read it out loud.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Jim,
you'd be amazed.
I could talk to you for hours and hours. We're already running out of time, but I just want to give you a moment or two to tell the viewers anything you want about your books, about you, or anything you want to talk about.
Let's see. What can I tell the people? I always tell people. My own version of the golden rule, if you want to make your life easier, it's quite easy. You get what you give. If you give a sympathetic ear, a generous heart, a meaningful smile, a loving hug, you get it back. If all you do is demand and bitch and complain and moan, criticize, that also comes back and bites you below your belt line somewhere behind you.
Yeah.
Life isn't that difficult if you really work at it and think about it, okay?
James, I appreciate that. And what kind of plans should we have in place for ourselves?
What kind of plans do we have?
Yeah.
For me?
You always say about the 10-year plan. I love to close with that.
Tell us. The 10-year plan, yes. Well, I've got, this is my daily schedule. Every line is a day, okay. and I'm keeping up to it, and I'm I'm going to a workshop in Santa Fe in October with Liz Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, as the guest host. And I'm giving some speeches. I'm teaching a workshop. And I've got to finish this book. I'm trying to get enough time to do it.
Very good. For our viewers, our guest is James B. Flaherty, and he's just turned 89, and he has a 10-year plan. So be inspired by that. And for our viewers, stick around because we're going to have another author right after this. We will be right back.